that copy of Liliana, one other end. I think we're all pretty familiar with Abzan mid-range at this point. It's just a solid deck. As we take a look at the game state here, it is game number 3. Nick Gill on your left. He's got a Seeker of the Way in play. He also has a Mastery of the Unseen. Okay. Limited All-Star. We don't see this one a lot. 2 mana. Kind of plays the role of Illuminarch's Ascension in a weird way.
I thought this card had some legs as an anti-control sideboard card for aggressive strategies. So this is the first time getting to see it in action.
These players getting the board state all ready here for you guys at home. Chain of the Rocks took care of a Siege Rhino. And then on Shen's side, you've got Courser of Crufix. You've got Utter End taking care of the Mastery of the Unseen. And perhaps both players may be playing off the top of their deck with no cards in hand. Now the big question is, are those creatures anything? Well, there's an Outpost Siege. Now the question is, what's that going to be, Khans or Dragons?
I would have to imagine this is going to be Khans.
Looks like it may be. And it is Khans. 2 manifest creatures in play from the Master of the Unseen, but it doesn't look like those are going to be able to get through the Siege Rhino, or excuse me, the Courser that's in play.
Yeah, not for the time being. But Outpost Siege a huge draw in this spot.
Yes, it is.
Neither player really up to anything. Slow game. Drawing 2 cards a turn is going to be pretty awesome here for Nick.
Temple is the draw. Temple of Malady comes into play. Planes will go to the bottom from the scry. Top card, Abzan Charm. That'll be the draw next turn there for Shen as we go back to Gil. Mountain is the reveal to Outpost Siege. Mountain will come into play. Was Gil's draw any good? Well, it wasn't bad. It got him Rabble Master. Take a look at those manifest creatures, will Nick. He'll get a Goblin token. Everybody's coming to the red zone now. It's a block on a manifest creature. We'll see which one it's going to be. What was that? It was a Windscar, Craig.
Pretty aggressive attack there from Nick. I wonder if the other manifest creature down is something real.
Sure.
And he was hoping to get a block there.
Windswept Teeth off the top from the Courser. A little bit of life gain here. Abzan Charm was the draw. Shen going to sacrifice his Windswept Teeth. Get a Plains out of his deck. Shuffle. We'll see a new card with Courser of Crufix in just a moment here. Or Abzan Charm was the draw there for Shen, so you have to imagine he'll be casting that in just a moment since he has so much mana in play.
Yeah. High life total here, so that's not a consideration. And he really needs to find more action now with the Outpost Siege on the other side of the table.
Oh, Murder's Cut isn't bad. Two cards coming here for Shen. He'll go down to 20. Urborg as well. Top card, Hero's Downfall.
Nothing wrong with downfalls and murderous cuts here, but he would like to find something either proactive or something that gets Outpost Siege off of the table.
And he's already cast another in this game too. Not sure how many more effects he has to get Outpost Siege off the table, because that card can just run away with the game.
Yeah. In a spot like this with both players having a ton of mana, a ton of life, not much going on the board, is extremely powerful.
The big question is, what is that manifest creature? So it makes it pretty interesting here. There was one turn when Nick Gill was willing to attack with it. There was one turn where he wasn't. And now we'll see how things end up with it. There's Murderous Cut to take care of the Rabble Master. Here's 5 mana, Stormbreath Dragon. And in the red zone it'll go. As that took place, it looks like at the end of the first main phase.
Yeah, Nick was saying, I'm trying to move into combat.
Yep.
That's when you need to kill the Rabble Master to prevent the token. Priority goes back to Nick.
Both players going to get the life totals in order here before passing the turn back. Now there's Hero's Downfall. It'll be the draw here for Shen, so I don't think that Stormbreath Dragon will be living very long. We'll take a look at the top card here. It's a copy of Llanowar Waste. That'll come in. Of course, we'll gain a life. It'll be 17 all now. Tassiger, not a bad draw for next turn.
Pretty good in this spot.
A lot of lands out there. There's a downfall. Get that off the table right now.
It's about the best proactive thing that Shen can find in this spot.
I think so.
Blocks everything on the ground, and then he has enough mana to start really spinning that activated power.
Of course, you're feeling it coming into the red zone. Let's see what Outpost Siege reveals. Hushwing Griff. The draw looks like it was a Stormbreath Dragon. There's a Griff. Here's a Dragon. Turn up the heat. Everybody coming in. 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage. Shen down to 9.
Outpost Siege is just doing so much work.
It's a pretty good card. Top card Siege Rhino. That's a pretty good one too. There's Urborg. That'll gain him a life. Well, Tassiger's a pretty easy route to go. Nick keeps looking at that manifest creature. I'm not buying it.
Neither am I, not at this point. The thing is, there's a lot of pressure on getting this delve right, because he needs to get to a removal spell for the Stormbreath Dragon or something to block very quickly. So he needs to remove the cards from his graveyard that do not contribute to that. Give himself the most shots of Tassiger flipping over mixture cards where Shen gets something to kill Stormbreath. I don't know if it can happen in time, but that's what the plan's got to be.
Oh, there's Tassiger. And now here's a Tassiger activation. So Siege Rhino and Sandsep Citadel get turned over. And Nick Gill will be given some options here. Courser among them. There's a Siege Rhino. There's an Utter End down there, but Courser's the card that he's going to give away.
That's why I was a little surprised to see Shen get rid of the Windswept Heaths when he delved there. It seems like he has cards in his graveyard like Courser Krufix that are worse. And he just needs to get to Hero's Downfall or something similar as fast as possible.
Murderous Cut. Elspeth turned over. More options here. Now the options are getting pretty bad for Nick.
Well, there's, now he has options like, I can give you Elspeth and that's something that doesn't matter for this turn. And at least for next turn, my Hushwing Griff is still good.
I'm fine with giving a Siege Rhino too because Hushwing Griff's in play. There's Courser. The draw, Valorous Stance. I think he may have found another Stormbreath. He's reaching for a bunch of mana here. Just could be Monstrosity, yep.
Yeah, this is 11 points of damage.
7, 8, 9. That is 11. Yes, it is. Nick Gill going to win this game, and it looks like maybe this match we will confirm. Players might be shuffling up for game number 3 here. Can't really tell.
Yeah.
Okay, that was game 3.
Some face-up sideboarding.
Yeah, sure. Just didn't see an extension of the hand as you normally would in that situation. But Nick Gill's going to win the game and the match here over Sam Shen. 2-1. Red White Aggro takes care of opposite mid-range, which means our lone undefeated player is undefeated no longer.
It feels like it's been a long time since we had an open where someone was, 11-0, 12-0. The last one in Houston, I think we had no undefeated players going in.
Not after day 1, yeah.
And now our last undefeated falls first round of day 2.
I suppose in theory Nick Gill is undefeated.
Sure.
He is 9-0-1.
An unblemished record.
There we go.
Fair enough.
Either way, Nick Gill, I believe, is on the top of the standings now. He is 9-0-1 with Red White Aggro, a deck that just keeps killing it here on the Open Series. So congratulations to him as we do bring it back.